obviously not happy sitting on the chair instead of getting his usual 50-50 balls. Right hand injury he got in practice, but he is very appreciative of the performances of his fellow big men, specifically Marquez and Soyud. Sabi niya hindi madali itong series na ito, pinapatunayan ng Pasay that they can compete. So he asks that his teammates be more patient and maintain composure the best way they can. Si Delfandre.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And you know, if you can count on Mike Alisaan to be composed and be patient kung nandiyan siya sa loob. Pajarito with a beautiful spin, but he misses.
Wow, one of the easiest shots tonight too for Christian Pajarito. Short lang.
Colliar, a two-man game again. Swings it over to Alforque. Back to Colliar. Ramos, short on the three. Tabi with a rebound. Pasay has yet to make a three-pointer in this ball game. Coronel keeps his dribble alive. Coronel trying to thread the needle. Alforque comes away with a loose ball. Looking for Marquez. Finishes on the other side.
Dexter Marquez always rim runs talaga, kaya you would really expect for the point guards to really look for him off that transition situation.
14 in the ball game for Dexter. Now an 11-point lead for San Juan. Looking to close this one out. Nice pass inside. Jopet from Darrell Mandiguez.
It's just a 9-point ball game here. If you're Pasay,
malayo pa to.
Layo pa, kayang-kaya.
Sila ang may bola ngayon. Colliar. Left free for three. Lucas knocks it down. He's got 5 in the ball game.
He's been making a lot of correct decisions here. Talking about JC Colliar, never forcing anything really. Sobrang effective ng pick and roll talaga or pick and pop nila ni Aldrich Ramos, wherein kapag nag-overhelp sa kanya, nahanap niya lagi si Aldrich, and then vice versa, na kapag talagang binigyan siya ng space, either aatake siya or in that situation, tumira siya ng libreng three-pointer.
San Juan trying to pull away here. 63-51. Soberano, that's a three, and that's good.
He's too wide open there. He's missed his last two, but if you know a player like AC Soberano, he's never going to stop shooting that basketball.
7 of 22. 0 for 17 ang Pasay. What a time for them to struggle from beyond the arc. Make that 0 for 18. Coronel tracks down the miss. And there have been games na sobrang init ng Pasay from beyond the arc, especially at the Cuneta Astrodome. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I think there was a game where they made 18 3-point shots.
Especially at their home court. Talagang ang hirap talaga talunin ng Pasay sa Cuneta Astrodome kasi another factor here is talagang memories na lahat ng player ng court doon.
Pajarito will fire, and finally the first triple for Pasay. 20 points now para kay Christian Pajarito.
Oh, there was a whistle blown there. Still not sure what was the call there by the referees.
Yeah, JC Colliar is called for the technical.
I think he pointed at the referee there.
Everything is magnified at this point. And kaya kailangan nyo makinig dun sa reminder na may kalisaan. Maging composed, maging patient.
Yeah.
Cyrus Tabi.
You know, it's easy to say na to keep your composure and everything, but you know, it's hard to say that when you're not the one playing the basketball ball game.
Tama ka
Kasi
din.
syempre, iba din talaga yung intensity, iba din yung emotions, iba din yung
Heat of the moment.
heat of the moment. Kasi at saka lahat yan, imagine, it's what you've been working on for the entire year.
Yeah.
All into this playoff
Ayoko na
series.
magsalita, Dre. Ikaw na. Ikaw na. Nakakabahan na ako. 66-54. Yeah, I really get your point. No, na, it's so easy for us to break down what's happening, but really, the players have a tough task at everything.
Definitely, and the pressure is crazy too.
It's high stakes.
Definitely. And this is the livelihood of every player here. So definitely talaga.
Yeah, hanap buhay to eh.
It's different for them, you know. And when you're super passionate about something, talagang di mo rin mapipigilan eh.
Salenga drives. Another turnover. That's turnover number 14 for the Voyagers.
They're really looking for AC Soberano.
A nice pass inside. Raul Soyod will finish. He is a silent but deadly operator inside. Ito si Raul Soyod. This is the assistant game powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
They've been playing that same set for AC Soberano. The other time on the floor, when he shot that three-pointer down the middle, he missed. He made the adjustment, realizing na grabe yung closeout sa kanya off that pin-down screen. Na nakita niyang libre si Raul Soy doon sa roll.
14-point lead now for San Juan. Under 6 minutes remaining. And Mr. Ronnie Ricketts. Napanood mo ba yung mga pelikula? Ronnie Ricketts natin. Yan.
Parang hindi ko na napanood yung mga yan eh.
That's our fan of the game. Brought to you by that's our Gixxer fan of the game. Born for greatness. We have a good sized crowd here at the United Sports Arena. Sana Banal right there. Diba, nagsiselfone lang. Ganda ng game kaya. Baka nanonood sa cellphone.
Oh.
Salenga puts the ball on the deck. Lumapit, banks it in for 2 plus the foul.
Ganda ng floater nito ni Jasper Salenga.
Oo nga.
Talagang gamay na gamay niya na yung floater na yun off the backboard.
Yeah, and when he drives left,
Yeah,
dun talaga siya effective.
that's right. When he attacks left, for a right-handed player na comfortable attacking left, it's really different.
He completes the 3-point play. San Juan in penalty already. Can make one last push here. Ang Pasay. Alforque.
It's the same set again for AC Soberano.
Soberano. Gamboa.
Pasay defending it much better this time around.
Marvin fires. No. Rebound. Alforque. Extra possession here for the Knights. Maniguez against Wamar. Soyod with the pick. And that's off Christian Fajarito with a second remaining on the shot clock of San Juan. And Coach Alex Angeles will use the timeout. We will be right back. That's Coach Randy Alcantara, one of only 5 coaches who can say that they own an Mpbl title.
Yeah.
Coach Mactan and Coach Don Dulay, Coach Jerson Cabintes, and 2-time Coach of the Year, Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda are the 4 others.
Yeah, definitely. Legendary coaching lineup there, having to get the championship in the Mpbl.
Nice to see Coach Randy enjoying the game. 68-57. Here's Wamar with the runner. Masyado malakas. Rebound nakuha ni Sanko. Manligues. Abby is on the bench. Daryl against Wamar.
Good help defense there by Raul Soyud.
Yeah, I thought he got hit there.
Yeah.
Arvin. 4.5 minutes to play. AC. Soberano. Naagaw ni Sanko. Pasay needs to score here, but nakaagaw si AC Soberano. Royce Alforque. That's a breather. Balik si JC Cuellar. Soyud. Soberano will be whistled for the offensive foul. Sayang because libre sana si Cuellar on the cut.
Yeah. Lucky call there for the Pasay Voyagers na tama ka. Pa-curl na si JC Cuellar there off the off-ball screen.
Kita mo rin, no? Ang bilis din ng palitan ng tao ni Coach Alex. Kung anong gagawin ng Pasay, he really has the counter.
Yeah. May mga talagang matchup siyang hinahanap eh.
Salenga continues to misfire. And Jasper is now 0 for 5 from 3. Trying to pressure Alforque. Alforque gets it to the lane and lays it in. Back to 13 points. Ang lamang ng San Juan. Pajarito inside. Christian against Raul. And Christian somehow finds a way. Foul on Raul Soyud. Bagay yung acquisition ni Raul Soyud.
Sobra. Grabe. Sobrang lumalim lalo yung...
Lalo na nung na-injured din to si Michael Isaan. Kasi kahit pa paano, Raul pretty much gives the numbers na nawala with Michael Isaan out.
Definitely.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances at Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Halos magkaiba sila ng laro, Gray, pero nakikita mo by the end of the game, halos pareho yung output na nakukuha nila.
Yun na nga, glad you mentioned that na kahit different style of play, for some reason, parehas pa rin yung output.
Kaya nga.
Parehas yung numbers na nabibigay nila. It's a testament of a great coaching staff also na kahit different play styles, you still find your way na maging effective and same yung output na kinakailangan mo.
That's it for Daryl Manligues. Could be the season for him.
What a season he's had this year.
Yeah, with Cebu and then here with Pasay. Played a big role in game 1. Dragged San Juan into double overtime. But Voyagers right now, 12-point hole ang hinaharap nila. There's a switch. Cuellar, step back 3. No. Sanko with a rebound. Ahead to Pajarito. And Cuellar able to take that ball away from Christian. Ang daming ganyan, no? Daming sinayang Pasay na bola na ganyan. That is turnover number 16. Wamar. Alforque was waiting.
Oh, Dexter Marquez has been open for a good second there.
Alforque backs it in.
Nonetheless, 2 points is 2 points.
He stepped up here. Royce Alforque, not just on the defensive end, but also offensively, may 8 punto siya.
Those are big 8 points too for Royce Alforque.
Sanko could not get it to drop, but meron siyang 2 free throws. And especially sa lineup ng Pasay, na medyo guard low, heavy, kinailangan nila si Collier Alforque. Tsaka si Orlan Omar. You know, we have not seen Ron Dennison in this game. And Nico Panganiban, not a lot of action. Because this is not the series for them.
Yeah. Definitely. When it comes to the playoffs talaga, it's not the talent that you're looking for. It's really the favorable matchups that you have. If you have a personnel that's has a more favorable matchup for your opponent, syempre yun talaga yung gagamitan. And in this situation, it's been JC Cullar and Royce Alforque.
Oo. Yun naman lagi question mark eh. Sino isasabay mo kay Orlan Omar?
Yes, that's true.
And for sure, if it's a big wing or a big 2 guard for another team, you will definitely see Dennison or Panganiban,
yeah. And some I wouldn't say some. Most of the games, si Nico Panganiban rin naman yung mga may heavy load. Pero like we've talked about, in this situation, you really have some quick guards in Pasay. Kaya kailangan mo rin ng mga guard na defense-oriented na
maliliksi,
malakas katawan din. Kaya yun yung si JC Cullar and Royce Alforque.
And they've made a big impact here dito sa 4th quarter, you know, with those timely baskets. I think Cullar's baskets really, you know, gave San Juan that separation. Farito secure. Oh, hindi pa secure. Alforque dives for that loose ball.
Okay.
Jump ball. He's kept a lot of possessions alive tonight. Royce Alforque.
And the thing too is definitely when they both Cullar and Alforque, when they were fielded in, ang talagang inaasahan nila is yung contributions on the defensive end. Pero this game, offense and defense talaga yung pinakitang kakayahan nitong si Cullar at si Alforque.
It's getting a little chippy here. Ramar is already on a technical.
You don't want to get thrown out if you're Orlan Omar.
Ganyan talaga pag magaling, you always have a target.
Yeah. Aasahan mo talagang ikaw yung tatry pikunin ng kalaban para ma-throw off ka sa game mo.
Chavez is whistled for the personal. They will give it another look. Our officials. Omar trying to break free here.
I think that's good composure there by Orlan Omar. Na wala siyang ginawang violent reaction towards it kasi the least you want is to be thrown out of this game.
Tinawanan niya nga lang.
Oo, tinawanan lang niya.
You know, San Juan had no illusions that this was going to be an easy closeout game.
Yeah, definitely.
That's our idol right there, Jeff Tajonera. Ito may series dito.
Oo.
Kakailanganin siya.
Kailangan mo ng big na nampipikon ng...
well, he also has that occasional 3.
Yeah,
but of course, you know, always one of the tough players of San Juan.
Yun talaga yung para sa akin yung pinaka nabibigay niyang contribution sa noon is his toughness.
Yeah. It's a good thing walang napikon doon. Orlan Omar has kept his focus all throughout this series. Momentarily, medyo uminit ulo niya.
Oo, pero kasi kung matamaan din ako ng ganun. Tingin ko, di ko rin masyado kayang
Mahirap din eh, no?
Mahirap.
Mahirap din mag-control.
matamaan ka ng ganun. Siyempre, may...
It takes a bigger...
Definitely.
It takes a lot,
Oo.
to say the least. Tabi with a steal. Cyrus Alforque with a challenge. Sino ba yan? The late stages of this ball game. What is the call here? It's an unsportsmanlike foul.
I don't think that's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, based on the nature of this matchup already, Andre,
Yeah,
I think
true.
kinailangan ma-upgrade yun.
Sa bagay, yeah. You're actually right. It's a way for the referees to take control over the game as well. But I don't think there was a bad intention there by Royce Alforque. He just really tried to block that basketball.
Yeah.
Pero
Medyo may konting danger din doon kasi
Oo.
nga airborne na si
Yeah.
Cyrus.
yun lang yung contact. Yung contact talaga medyo maano. Pero no bad intentions there.
Yeah.
Makikita mo naman eh.
And Pasay actually had 31 free throws in this ball game, 8 more than San Juan. But the shot making has not been there. Pajarito, Gabi, look at him go up with an offensive rebound. Omar taps it to Alforque. Gulliar. That's a foul on AJ Coronel. The Voyagers staring at the end of their season. A season that really saw them impress a lot of the Mpbl. 20 wins this season para dito sa Pasay Voyagers.
In a season also where after that that trade window, you thought na they were really just trying to rebuild.
Oo.
But ang nangyari, kabaliktaran, they really had that winning streak after that trade.
Ang bigat ng winning streak na yun.
Sobra.
Led by Christian Pajarito, and that's why they got the number 6 seed. Unfortunately, San Juan na nakatapat nila dito.
Kaya kahit, syempre, ngayon na fresh, kahit sabihan natin natalo sila sa first round ng playoffs, I believe that this season was definitely a win for them. Kasi doon nila nakita talaga yung parang perfect balance ng team nila eh. Everyone has a role. And definitely next season, if they keep the score right here, talagang makakita tayo ng more wins for the Pasay Voyagers.
That should have been a foul on Omar, on Reverente, on Omar. Way before. Hindi na dapat umabot doon sa foul ni Maikes.
Oo. Yan, napapangiti na lang si Orlan Mamar eh.
Coach M looks at the floor. Had a great season. And I know that he feels for his players, first and foremost. Alam kong, he no, for Coach M, alam mong malalim to eh.
Yeah.
For him, and the trust and the relationships that he has built with his players. As J.R. Chavez trims the deficit to 9. Tumawag pa ng timeout dito si Coach Alex. And that has also given Coach Marlon the opportunity to map out a play. We'll see how the Knights close this one out. They're up by 9 with 46 seconds remaining. That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. So glad you can join us. The Tupas, Andre Doremdes, and Mika Abisamis, bringing you the action late on this Wednesday evening. San Juan, they look like they're on their way to the next round. That the other half of this bracket is headed into a game 3. That's Nueva Ecija and Pangasinan. Do or die. Raul Soyot. That's the finisher right there, courtesy of Raul Soyot. What about that performance from Raul Soyot, partner? 17 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 blocks. And we will be right back. Our games tomorrow, biyaheng Montalban, Rizal, ang ating Mpbl. Batangas trying to close out the series against Zamboanga. And in the second game, Rizal trying to stay alive against Binyan. That's tomorrow as your Mpbl continues. Mpbl playoffs. Rios will shoot. No, and rebound number 13 for Raul Soyot. And this should be it. Omar Antabi. Maikes will hold on. Center Jingo Estrada coming over to the Pasay bench. Coach M and Coach Alex. Only one of them will move on, and it's Coach Alex Angeles and the rest of the San Juan Knights who will advance to the next round of the North Division playoffs.
Congratulations, Raul. Puro puso. Itong series na to, ang ganda rin ng challenge na binigay ng Pasay sa inyo, pero ikaw sa game na ito, mula umpisa hanggang dulo nagtrabaho ka. Kumusta ka pagkatapos ng larong ito?
Una-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos amang makapangyarihan sa lahat. Sa healthy na naglaro kami at walang na injury. Wala, nag-focus lang ako sa sinabi ni Coach na laro lang kasi sobrang hungry ng Pasay kasi galing sa talong. Sabi ni Coach, compose lang, maglaro lang kayo ng maayos.
Marami pang iba gumawa. Siyempre, nandyan sila Dex, no? Sila Orlan. Ano gusto mo sabihin sa teammates mo ngayong gabi?
Team effort lahat to, hindi to para sa akin lang, para sa buong team to, tsaka sa coaching staff.